Hey guys, welcome to my channel Fun Learn with Anita. If you are already a subscriber, hi and welcome back. If you're new here, I upload Excel videos every week and try my best to make them as simple and understanding as possible by showing as much examples as I can. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and show support, and also hit the bell notification so whenever I upload a new video, I can send you a personal notification. Today I will be talking about our new best friend, the improved advanced XLOOKUP function. The reason he is our best friend because through this video I'm going to tell you how efficiently it has replaced both VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP functions. I will also talk about some advanced features of XLOOKUP like if not found feature or match mode feature. So make sure to stay tuned till the end, and without any delay, let's get into it. Now when we talk about VLOOKUP or a vertical lookup, what we means is that two things. First, all the data which it can retrieve from the table, the data should be arranged in column wise. Okay, and the second, like let's say this is your first leftmost column you have selected. So whatever data now it can retrieve, it should be in the right side of that column. But in the case of XLOOKUP, this doesn't happen. XLOOKUP is similar to VLOOKUP. It performs similar operations as VLOOKUP, but the only difference is instead of just finding the data from the right side of the selected column, it can also find the data from the left side. You do not have to worry about breaking any formulas if you add or delete any row, because it normally would look for the exact match, and this will also save time for you. Now to explain it further, let me show you how it's done. Here as you can see, I have a sample employee data that talks about employee's ID, department name, email ID, designation, telephone. Now let us understand how XLOOKUP is better than VLOOKUP. Now for an example, here I want to know Akash Patel and Kara Fern's designation and department. Now we also see in this whole data, all the employee name is in column C. Now when we talk about designation is towards the right of column C. So normally in other scenarios we would use VLOOKUP. But here I'm going to show you how XLOOKUP can replace it and be more effective. But on the other hand, department is on the left side of column C. So it's in the column B. Now here I will show you how XLOOKUP can work, because VLOOKUP does not look data towards the left. It is always looking data towards the right. So let me show you how it works. Now to start working with the formula, so for Akash Patel designation, we will write equals to XLOOKUP open parenthesis. Now first is lookup value. Basically we want to know for the employee name, respective employee name, the designation. So our employee name is Akash Patel, and the lookup array would be in the entire table. In which column does the employee name last? So it is in column C. What we'll do is we'll absolute reference the same, so whenever we're dragging the formula down, the data set wouldn't change. Then it talks about the return array. So basically what is asking, like for Akash Patel, what exactly are you looking for? So in this case we are looking for his designation, that is in column E. So we'll select, we'll absolute reference the same, and we'll close the bracket, enter. So the manager is designation for Akash Patel. If you see, manager is designation for Akash Patel. Now similarly for Kara Fern's, if I want to know the designation of her, so equals to XLOOKUP open parenthesis, the lookup value will be employee's name, that is Kara Fern's. The lookup array will be in this entire table where employee name is in column C. We'll absolute reference it, F4. The return array would be, since we want designation, it is in column E. Absolute reference, close parenthesis, enter. So Kara Fern's is an intern, Kara Fern's is an intern. Now what this has shown is that how XLOOKUP has effectively replaced the VLOOKUP. Now I'm going to show you how XLOOKUP is better than VLOOKUP. Now we can see that now we want to find the department for the employee name, the respective employee name. Now employee name is in column C, but the department on the other hand is in the left side. Now VLOOKUP cannot perform the function because it normally retrieves data from the right side, as we know. So let's see how XLOOKUP is better. It equals to XLOOKUP open parenthesis, lookup value is the employee name, Akash Patel in this case. Lookup array is of course column C, will absolute reference it, the return array is the department name, which is on the left side of column C. This. Now let's see if we get the value. Close parenthesis, enter. As you can see, marketing sales is for Akash Patel, marketing sales is for Akash Patel. Now since I have absolute reference the range, so my range wouldn't shift. So I can just drag the formula and get department for care of funds. So if we can see care of funds, it gives finance, care of funds, it's for finance. So we can say that XLOOKUP is very flexible function, it is very versatile function, and what it does it will search your range, it will search your array, and it will return back the value. Now let's say I have inserted a new column. So before designation I will insert a new column, and I can even delete this column. But what we see is that we still have the values. The value doesn't change. If this was the case for VLOOKUP, the whole formula would have messed up. But with XLOOKUP, this is not the case. The XLOOKUP still sticks to the designation or department, the column you have selected, and returns with the value. So now you saw that we got individually the single pieces of information as in the designation and as in the department, but XLOOKUP can also help you to provide the multiple information at once. So let me show you how it happens. But let's say in a completely different sheet, I have randomly picked employees from over here and I want to know their designation and telephone. But I do not want to write formulas again and again. I just want to write one time the formula, and I want the values for both designation and telephone. So let's see how XLOOKUP can help us. So if we write equals to XLOOKUP, open parenthesis, lookup value, of course employee name, lookup array, employee name is in column C, better to absolute reference it, return array. Now we want designation and telephone, we want this time the two values. So we will select designation and telephone together, and we will of course absolute reference it, close parenthesis, enter. Now you can see automatically we get two value at one time. Now let's say we'll select it and drag the formula down, and it automatically populates everything. Now we just ran through a basic example how XLOOKUP is better than VLOOKUP. Now I'm going to show you how XLOOKUP also can replace HLOOKUP, the horizontal lookup. Now when we talk about HLOOKUP is used for retrieving the information from the table when data is arranged in this horizontal way. Now as an example here, I have a sample student data that talks about student ID, email ID, their name, percentage code, and their ranks. Now if you notice here, the headers are aligned in the row wise. It's aligned in the row wise. On the other hand, for VLOOKUP, it was aligned in the column wise. Every column had their different headers. Here, every row has their different headers, and the data is arranged in the row wise. Now, to explain this example, let's say I want to know what rank Disha Gupta has scored. Now, the same way, equals to XLOOKUP, open parenthesis, lookup value, student name, lookup array, of course, student name is in 6th row. Return array, since we want to know about the rank, it is in 8th row. We will close parenthesis, enter. Now it says Disha Gupta has scored 7th rank. Disha Gupta has scored 7th rank. Similarly, if you end up inserting or deleting any row, the value wouldn't change. It will still show 7th rank for Disha Gupta. So you can see how XLOOKUP, just with one function, it can even replace HLOOKUP and the VLOOKUP. Now I'm going to explain you another part of XLOOKUP function. Now let's say I put a value, I put a student name which is not in the data set. So let's say I put Dhatri. Now I can see in the student name there is no Dhatri whatsoever, right? And I use the same XLOOKUP for this, equals to XLOOKUP, open parenthesis, lookup value is student name Dhatri. If any name is there, then it should be in the 6th row. And return array, since I want the rank for Dhatri, it should be in the 8th row. The moment I close parenthesis and put enter, it says not applicable, means it cannot find the value over there. Now instead of this, let's say I want a value 0 to be there. I want a number to show up. So it says if not found, what would you like to write? So let's say I want 0, comma 0, enter. Now since it couldn't find Dhatri over there, it has given me 0 for if not found. So this is not found function or not found argument for XLOOKUP function. Also, one more thing about if not argument is that it doesn't need to be a number, it can also be a text. Now let's say I make up another random name, Robin. It is not there in our data set. Okay, and now I want to know rank for Robin. So when I write equals to x lookup, open parenthesis, lookup value is Robin, lookup array would be the student name, return array would be rank, and if not found, I want the text to be there, student not found, close parenthesis. So since it couldn't find Robin in our data set, it has given me student not found. Now I will look on the next feature of XLOOKUP function, but if you want to look for the basic, the previous instruction should be enough for you. But if you want to understand the next argument or next feature of XLOOKUP, this is little bit more advanced. So this is called the match mode function, and let's get into it. Now to explain this match mode feature, the match mode feature of XLOOKUP function, I have taken a sample data that talks about the different salary range and the tax rates on them. So let's say salary up to 10,000 have 15% tax rate on it. Salary up to 30,000 have 20%, but the moment it goes above 30,000, you need to pay 25% tax. So there are like different categories of salary and different tax rates. Now let's see how XLOOKUP function can help us. Now to explain the match mode, let's say someone's income is $46,500. Now if you see over here, there is nothing like 46,500. Although if someone's income is 46,500, the person would require to pay 30% because it's above 45,000 but below 75,500, so person would need to pay 30%. Now if I just put a normal XLOOKUP function, let's see what it gets. So lookup value is 46,500. This is the data range. I'll absolute reference it, and return array is from tax rate. It will give me not applicable. So the reason it gives me not applicable is because there is nothing as 46,500 in this data set. However, the value sits between 45,000 and 75,500. Now let's work with the formula. Now the lookup value is a maximum salary 46,500, lookup array is the data set, the return array is our tax rate. Now if not found, since we do not want any other random value, we want a number, we want to know the tax rate, so we just gonna leave it and put comma. Match mode. Now basically it is asking if you had exact match, if it was 0, you would have got the exact tax rate, but since the value itself is not available, I want to go for exact match as a next larger item. Now there are options whether you want smaller, larger, the wildcard character match. In this I want the larger item because if my salary is more than 45,000, I need to pay 30%, so I want larger, so this will be 1. Enter, and it gives me 30%. I need to pay 30% of tax. Now similarly for 140,000, what would be our tax rate? So if we do XLOOKUP, open 140,000 is a salary, lookup array is this column of maximum salary, absolute reference it, F4, return array we want tax rate, we just gonna absolute reference it. Now if not found, since we want a value, so we will just leave it blank, comma. Now match mode. Now again the same way, by default it is exact match. Now since we do not have anything with 140,000, now either I can select exact match or the next smaller item. Now 140,000 is not in the data set, but the smaller item is 130,000. So if I put -1, it will give me 35% tax. But if I put the next larger item, it will give me the 40% tax. So let me put the larger item, enter. So it gives me 40% tax. Let me just put the percentage here. So 140,000 you need to pay 40%, and for 46,500 you need to pay 30%. So we can see how XLOOKUP function has effectively replaced both VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP functions. Also, if you had seen my earlier video on index match function, you can compare and see how XLOOKUP function is much simpler with formulas than index match function. Also, for your convenience, I can drop the links for VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP and index match functions in description below. Do check them out for getting a bigger picture of how these functions work all together and how XLOOKUP is a win-win over all those functions. So do check them out to get a bigger picture. If you like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, like the button, do share with your friends and family, and let me know in the comment box what more you would like to learn.